Yo, what's good, everybody? It's your host, King Jaquell Martin. I'm back with another episode of Whispering to Your Soul. Check this out. I got something special for you. You hear me? I'm talking about a future legend in the making, somebody that definitely got it out the mud, that's doing big things, that's undeniable, unstoppable. You hear me? You can find him on the Book of Clarence. You can find him on any Amazon, Netflix film that you want to find him on, because my brother doing it like that. He's streaming everywhere. I'm here with the famous Mr. RJ.
What's the word?
Talk to me nice. You hear me? Don't leave
That was like really hard because I ain't gonna lie, I don't even know how to introduce myself like that.
Yeah.
I just be like, hey, I'm RJ Cyler, nice to meet you.
Look, Mister, I'm on everything. You hear me?
Yeah, I'm on the right stuff.
That part.
Yeah,
That part.
yeah.
So, for those who might not know who you are, tell them what you do. Tell them who you are, Mr. RJ.
I'm an actor from Jacksonville, Florida. I started as a DJ first, and
Okay.
then acting just kind of became my baby.
Yeah.
You feel me? I moved I'm almost at 11 years. So that I'll reach 11 years this upcoming February.
Okay.
Yeah. And also a musician in general, different areas of music from composing to
Okay.
creating, singing, rapping. Not really singing, but I can hum real good. And I was
Okay.
raised in church, so I can do every church song really, really
Talk
good.
your talk, you hear me?
Trouble stay in my way. I gotta cry sometimes.
That part. So, let me ask you something, because a lot of people didn't know you DJ. So, how did you fall in love with music?
My dad, my papa used to, you know how dads like clean up or
Yeah.
they'll wash their cars on the
Okay.
weekends, you
Yep.
feel me? And my pa used to just sit in the garage and play records, like actual vinyls. He had this big behind, like, I call it a tombstone because that's what it looked like. It's huge. And
Okay.
he got a big behind lid on the top.
Yeah.
And we used to just sit in the garage, listen to OG music, classical stuff. He had new stuff on vinyl. That's how I knew my dad was an OG.
Yeah.
When you got current music on vinyl.
Right.
And I do too now in my library. I got a few YG albums on vinyl because it just sounds
It
different. I
hit
got some
different. I was about to say
Kendrick.
that vinyl hit different.
Yeah. So after that, I started playing the drums, and
Okay.
then I did like marching band in high school. My godmother is the root of my drum essence. Everything percussion wise that I know,
Okay.
I learned from my godmama Christina.
Shout out to Godmother Christina.
Yeah. I love you, baby.
That part. So, how did you transition from music into acting?
So we were leaving church, which is crazy because I played drums at my church. You
Okay.
feel me? So left church, I was asleep in my papa's van. You feel me? As we was rolling, and this commercial for a camp called Celebrities Actors Camp, right? Held by Adrian Armonte. Shout out to Adrian. I heard it, told my pa I wanted to do it, and was like, hey, but we from the hood, so of course we ain't get that money.
Right.
You know.
Yeah, that mugger hit different.
Yeah. It's so great,
Right.
When you know before you find out it's not free. Oh,
Right.
it's great.
Yeah.
And then he was like, we can't do it. I really want you to do it, my baby, but we ain't got the bread to, so just go
Right.
back to sleep. Then I got home, told my mama, and then she was like, Ron, let's at least try. You feel me? And that's what we did. We tried. Adrian just let me come to the camp,
Right.
Just for free because he believed in the
The process.
Yeah, man.
Developing.
Yeah, I was like, that's so hard. So I ain't gonna waste this.
Right.
And so I just, made it undeniable. I was like, hey, look, God, I don't know really what I'm doing, but you do. So
Right.
if you give me, the opportunity, I'll just wear your face. And that's why I'm everywhere because I got his face on. So it's not even RJ. I swear it's not RJ.
Man, you better talk.
It ain't even
that
RJ, bro.
talk.
It don't be, I wish I could take credit.
Yeah.
If I could take credit, I feel like my nieces and nephews would feel like I'm like way more cooler.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But every time I bring something to them, they really don't care.
Right.
And I'm like, yeah, God, thank you.
Yeah. So, let me ask you this question, right? Because everybody sees your face in movies, on television, you're everywhere, right? But they see the finish line. They don't know the race that you ran. So can you just talk about the race that you ran to position yourself even to be in that position?
Yeah, it took discipline at an age where I didn't know what discipline was.
Okay.
Right? So where most of my friends how can I say?
Outside turning up, partying.
Yeah, outside of turning up and partying, right?
Yeah.
All of them have degrees or own a business
Okay.
or something of that nature, right?
Okay.
But we all came from the slums,
Right.
and in Jacksonville, there's no like. It's such a beautiful city, but everywhere is the hood. Even if it's pretty, it's the hood. That's why when you come out here and you'll see like the most dangerous parts, they still got nice housing.
Yeah.
Everybody take
That's
care
a
of their
fact.
landscaping.
That's a
You
fact.
feel me? It's just like that in Jacksonville. So it is not really much to do in the city other than get in trouble. You feel me? So it was just a lot of patience, saying no to stuff that I really did want to do at the time.
Right.
And it was a conversation kind of that I had with God early that I didn't know that I was asking for. Because I didn't know acting was the highway that he was going to use.
Right.
You feel me? I had no idea. I had scholarships to go and be a teacher. I could have
wow.
did the curriculum thing easily.
What did you want to teach if you did go that
I
route?
didn't want to teach. It was just what I had the brain to do. Because I did a camp that's still active in Jacksonville called Black Male Explorers, right?
Yeah.
And Black Male College Explorers program gave me such not only did it save my life, right, over and over again.
Yes.
But it gave me these fundamental tools that my dad kind of, it's like he gave it to us, but at our age, he didn't know how to explain it or it to where we would understand it or even be able to ingest and use it, right? But Black Male Explorers, it surrounds you around other young black men like you.
I love that.
Not even just like, oh, well, all of y'all are black. No, they are just like you, bro.
Right.
And you create this brotherhood, man.
Yeah.
And at the end of the program of every year, they put scholarship money away.
That's
you know
dope.
what I'm saying?
That's dope.
And they give you a stipend at the end. They just take care of you. You feel me? And from there, it was like, all right, cool, I can do this. But God was like, nah, big dog, because I ain't gonna lie, you don't even like being in the classroom.
Right.
And it's not that I don't like learning. Classrooms are just boring. And everything y'all taught me here, my parents taught me at the crib. So now I'm just double learning.
Right.
But when God kind of brought acting to me, I don't even know. I just always get different people up here that run. You know, people say, oh, you're crazy. No, I'm not. I'm just creative. I swear, I'm just creative.
Right.
All of my imaginary best friends, that's who y'all seeing in Hollywood now. You feel me? Like, they really cool.
You just being yourself.
Yeah,
they don't even know it. Yeah.
Bro, these are all characters that I wish that I would have been able to learn from in a way, but I had to create them, if that makes sense. It's like, from Earl all the way to Billy to Jim, all of them have something about them that comes from RJ. It's almost like a therapeutic thing too, because there's traumas that definitely went on.
That's a fact, bro.
In the younger life, and I use that. I use acting as my therapeutic process. Not to say, oh, it's therapy, because there's a differentiation between therapy.
I understand that.
Yeah.
I went to Barron Brown for acting, and I was wondering if it was actually working. You know what I mean? Shout out to Carmen. You know what I mean? She got me go to Barron Brown to sis.
Yeah.
And so when I went to Barron Brown, I used to drive a motorcycle. And you remember in acting class, you used to do the repetition of the repetition. You had to catch the emotional ball to understand how you felt before
I ain't
you
even
responded.
get that. Look, I remember it, but I failed it. That sucks. Look, in my acting class in high school, bro, I took acting or theater, excuse me, for some years, and I failed each time.
Bruh.
That's why I was so confused.
Look, the Jordan field, he didn't. He got cut during his freshman year doing basketball.
Yeah. I was like, God, you sure?
Yeah.
He was like, yeah. I was like, but I failed it when I tried it. He was like, no, you didn't. Who said you failed it? I failed the class.
No, those are things that you just had lessons to learn to do things differently. That's
fine. And he was like, well, that's because if I would have allowed for you to take too much from that, then you wouldn't be able to be this. I needed you in a free space of how you create, because sometimes when it comes to creating a person, right? Not even like a character, bro.
Right.
I think making characters is fun, right? But creating a person, that's a whole nother adrenaline.
Yeah, it's a whole nother level,
bro. It's like you commit to something that belongs to you, right? But then you have to give it away to where it can be honestly, purely itself. You feel me? It's like, it's my face, but this ain't me. And to be in that space and be like, oh, It's crazy. I get to shape shift for a living. This is cool.
Right.
You feel me?
Right.
and so with just like even before acting became successful for me, right? We was homeless, hungry, and all these other things. This with jobs and such, you feel me? It was just like LA way more expensive than what Florida was.
It definitely is.
You feel me?
A lot of people don't even know that about your story. You know what I mean? And how you went from that to being to where you are, and that it's possible.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Because there's a lot of kids out there that's possibly in that situation when you guys first got out here or whatever else that don't believe that they can make it.
Yeah.
And you're proof that it doesn't matter your situation. You know, whether you believe in God, just happen to believe in God. Whatever His plan for you is, and you keep working and being disciplined and consistent in it, it's going to work out.
Yeah.
Not your timing, but His timing, and you just got to continue having faith in that. You know.
That's all it is, man. Like you can. It's not easy, and it's not for this, but that's the fun part of it.
Yeah.
Like if life was perfect, we would be bored.
Yeah.
To be honest, we would be so bored if we didn't have stuff to go through.
Yeah.
That's the fun space of having a relationship with God, right? And I can't say that everybody's relationship should look the same. It's literally a rule to have your own personal relationship.
That's a fact.
It's supposed to be only one like that.
Yeah,
Feel me? I feel like that's one of the reasons why the connection and also just the power of Jesus is so that, because it was so personal.
Yeah.
They could be at this place or that place. He speaks to him like him. God knows only his language.
Yeah.
So it's almost like them two in a room together.
Yeah.
You feel me? And so when it comes to the journey that I had, it's a lot of spaces here that I got trauma in. You feel me? And the only way that I could do this entertainment thing and not lose who I am is only through God. And it's not through and this ain't to make nobody mad. It's not through the church way of God. It's through the God's way of learning what a church is. You feel me? So it's like I was raised in the church, right?
Yeah,
but I didn't know God for a long time of that.
Right.
You feel me?
Right.
And it was because I had an excuse for why I couldn't get closer to him. Because it's like, all right, word, I'm going to church and I'm praying, or my parents praying for me, so I'm good.
Right.
But he was like, yeah, but I need to meet you.
But there's no personal relationship.
Exactly. I don't know you yet.
Yeah.
I created you.
Yeah.
I know of you.
Yeah.
But I don't know you yet. I need you to give me something.
Right.
You feel me? And I got diagnosed with diabetes when I was 12, right?
Okay.
And it's like, at that time, I was like, I actually admit, is this you?
Mm-hmm.
And some people would see it as a bad, right? But me, I'm like, oh, snap. This is the first time he walking into the room and I'm recognizing God.
Right.
You feel me? Like, literally recognizing him.
Right.
And it wasn't because of, like, this holy essence. My mama wasn't playing gospel music. If anything, she was crying and cursing in the hallway. But when they told me I got diabetes, right? In the back of my mind, I was like, oh, okay. So y'all gonna let me go home now? Rather than fear. And so then when my doctors, right, when they came to speak to me about such, I had to tell them, hey, pep yourself up, bro. Why you sound so sad?
Right. Because other people will try to influence situations that ain't your belief.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Like, it's just diabetes, baby.
Yeah.
When you got God as your base, it's just your problem. You feel me? It's literally just your problem.
Now, cook.
I swear it's just that. When he's your center, bro, and it's not like, when I say God is my center, but not by anybody else's rules, understandings, regulations, none of these things.
Yeah.
I go to God personally and say, make my map so I can follow it. I don't want mine to look like nobody else's. If it makes you uncomfortable, I am doing it right.
I love that.
You feel me?
I love that.
I love how uncomfortable my relationships make people with God, because it's like, this is the space you're supposed to be in.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Only time that I make you uncomfortable is when you want that type of connection.
Right.
And it's free.
Right.
You just got to actually be able to give yourself up. You feel me? That's why I say I can't take credit for nothing, because when I say I gave myself up, I did.
I love that.
So it'll be blasphemous. I feel like he'll strike me down the moment I say, RJ did this. And I don't want to take that chance.
Come on,
you feel
bro.
me? Like,
Talk.
it's just not a thing, bro. So now it's like nothing can deter that. Like, this here is 10% of the time. The smile, the success, all of that, that's 10% of the journey.
Yeah.
Literally 10%.
Yeah.
And it's mostly at the end space.
Right.
Because it's boring.
Yeah.
He need the fun space. You like when God put me through something,
Okay.
I know that it's always something at the other end that I couldn't even fathom. I'll try to count them. I'll try to be like, all right, cool. I've been praying for this, so this must be about to happen.
Yeah.
And it don't.
Yeah.
He'll give me something way on the other side of the world
Yeah.
that's 10 times big. And I'm like, hey, man, I ain't got hands for this. Then, yes, you do. You got a bowl. Put your bowl up.
Yeah.
While you using your hand.
Yeah.
I took your cup away long time ago because
Yeah.
that was too small.
Yeah.
That's why I gave you a bowl. Put it in the bowl, RJ, so you don't drop it.
Come on, RJ.
These are the type of weird conversations me and God be having, bro. That's why I say I don't speak in tongues, but me and God speak RJ.
But that's the thing. You don't have to speak in tongues.
Yeah,
that's
at
someone
all.
else's situation for them. You know what I
Exactly.
mean? And that you personalize is a beautiful thing because I look at it like life is like a roller coaster, right?
Mm-hmm.
It has its ups and its downs. And it's interesting how on a roller coaster it takes forever to go up.
Yeah.
And then when you're going down, that's the fun part. You know what I'm saying? That's when
Bro,
you're screaming
what?
or whatever else. But the same thing is on the EKG because EKGs have ups and downs.
Yeah, yeah.
So enjoy the ups and downs because once you flatline, that's it.
That's it.
That's it. So you got to enjoy the differences in life. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
The yin and yang, you know. And the beautiful thing about going through the dark places, that's where you find the biggest blessings, bro.
The biggest blessings, bro. Like just the story of a dark place, right? And just another version of God played too much, but he got it right.
Right.
I'm 14,000 feet in the air.
Yeah.
My wife, she took me skydiving for my birthday,
Shout
right?
out to the beautiful wife.
Shout out, baby. She took me skydiving for my birthday, but I didn't know that's what we was doing, right? She just said, hop up, drive to this address. I'm like, word. But when we was pulling up, I'm like, ain't nothing around a shed, a plane, and a whole bunch of white folks. All right, word, I know what we doing. So we go up in the air. She didn't jump, but she flew. She took the little flight tour down, right, which was fun for her too.
Right.
But jumped out 14,000, right, and my parachute broke. I've skydived before.
Yeah.
Perfect experience.
Yeah.
My parachute broke on time number 2. You feel me? And this is how I'm like, God, just do your thing. And this ain't even trying to be like, oh, no, this is just really like how, like, my nigga, don't do that.
That's your relationship.
That's
though.
literally my relationship, bro.
Yeah.
And so it's like, I didn't know that my parachute broke. You feel me? I just felt a different tandem snatch, right?
Yeah.
So after the first parachute, I just felt myself, boom, I fall 300 more feet. You know what I'm saying? But then I get caught by my emergency. I thought it was just an air buoy. You feel me? Like a balloon to kind of slow you down because we so high up. You feel me? It wasn't even that. I'm like, all right, word. But he's like, look, you don't even know that it's happening around you. You feel me? Because I'm keeping your path this way.
got you.
Whole time I'm having fun like a mug, bro.
got you.
I'm so oblivious. You know what I'm saying?
That's having faith,
Like,
bro.
I'm so oblivious.
Yeah.
And it's like, RJ, you could have died right there. I'm like, no, I couldn't because I actually got purpose this past today. Like it supersedes this time today. So everything in today, it can go all wrong, but I still have a tomorrow that's destined to me because of, bro, it was so crazy, man. I'm telling you.
You better talk,
Get
man.
some God in your life. FN, you know what I mean?
Listen, RJ, I took my son skiing, right? We went to Massanutten in Virginia. We don't know how to ski. That ain't really our thing. Cold weather ain't really, black
We don't
people's
do
sport, you know what I mean? So the ski sled comes by. We get on the ski sled. Now, on the ski sled, they have this piece that goes down. But you know, ride roller coasters and the piece automatically comes down. Well, that didn't happen on the ski sled. The piece stayed up. So I got on it, sat down. My little son, he got on it. But I didn't recognize the fact that he didn't sit all the way back in the, what is it called, the ski lift. He sat on the edge of the ski lift. And as we're going up, we go up about 15, 20 feet, and all I see is my son. Boom. He falls out the ski lift. I said, oh, not today. I fall out the ski lift with him, grab my son, on God, fall back, and we fall into a bed of snow. 20 feet from in the air, right? Holding my little man because there ain't no way. Oh, not on my watch, not today.
No.
So, all the, I'll just say people. All the white people came up, oh my God, what's going on? So they're all nervous. My son was like, whoa! Yeah! Let's do it again. I'm like, nigga, no. You done lost your mind, little man.
You don't know, do you?
But that's the reason why I brought that point up is because even when you said you was falling, because you trust.
Yeah.
Like when you're a child, your trust is different than when you become an adult.
Yeah.
It seems like our trust starts to change the more we start to go through different trials and tribulations that we don't believe the same.
Heavy.
My son had a great time falling out the sky and wasn't scared at all.
And not one
Because he was
bit.
like, Daddy, we good. And so that leads me to this young lady. She said, God and fear can't exist in the same space.
It's blasphemous.
Because if you believe, then you believe. If you trust, then you trust. But your trust has to be tested, because how would you know you have faith if your trust was never tested? We go to movies and we watch TV shows to see a hero's journey. Why is it that people get so emotional about something that they know isn't real? They know it's acting. And on the hero's journey, which you've been, you go through different problems, you go through different situations. The antagonist is always challenging the protagonist. It puts you in impossible situations. And as the audience, we want to know, how will you overcome? How will you get through this? And then when you make it through, we rejoice and we scream, because it's a reflection of our own journey. So I ask people, how are you going to become the hero of your own story? Life is supposed to life. Bad things are supposed to happen. Yeah. You are supposed to be challenged, especially when you want to get to the next level, because they say different levels, different devils.
Yeah.
Which leads me to this question from you. From you to go from Jacksonville to being on billboards and on TV and on television and everywhere, writing films, how do you keep your peace, bro? Because you come from the hood and you're no longer there in that situation. So these are two different responsibilities. One is I need to survive and watch my neck. And another one, when you're still being in this situation of being famous, guess what? You still got to survive and watch your neck. You
got to watch it a little bit more when you famous.
It's just dressed up differently. You feel me? So the things that you learn as a kid, you can still use right now, but you just have to move a little differently because the enemy looks a little different.
He look a little different.
So how do you balance that, and how do you keep your peace, bro, from being from Jacksonville, Florida, to where you are right now?
Well, first, the normal answer, as y'all know, God first. You feel me? Because sometimes my parents, they don't have the words, like they don't know what RJ is going through. So the most that they can do is say, "Hey, baby, we here for you." You feel me? Like, and we'll hold you if you need to cry.
Yeah.
But when it comes to the fixing of the problems or whatever, they don't have it. So that's always a God thing, right? But then also the people that you surround yourself with, right? They just gotta be God creatures when it comes to your close circle. You feel me? Not trying to say everybody got to be Bible thumpers or, you got to baptize yourself every morning. Like, you know how some Caribbean parents will put holy oil on your forehead when you sleep?
Yeah.
You ain't got to do all that. You feel me? But there has to be some sort of connection.
Yeah.
Even if you just listen to podcast sermons, it's no highway that you can't get a little bit of God from. Let a Kurt Franklin song play sometime. You feel me? Like, and just having that space, because it's like when I'm weak, my team, they got the strength.
Yeah.
You feel me? When one of them weak, it's like, but it's all filtrated through God, so that's what keeps it structured, right? And also when it comes to Jacksonville, right, that's still like a haven to me. Jacksonville is the most beautiful city in the world to me.
Yeah.
Not even just because they made me, but because of the experiences that I watch people in Duval go through and then still triumph. I've gotten to see the flowers of Duval County, because I get to
Duval.
Yeah, I got to grow up in it. You feel me? And so even now, the work and such that I'm putting on is so that I can bring something big back to my city. It just takes, what I'm trying to do ain't small.
Right.
You feel me? And so we started 9 years ago building what I want to give to the city, and not in a space of like, oh, well, this is owned by a certain. No, like, this belongs to Jacksonville, Florida.
I love that, bro.
You feel me? Like, can't nobody take it away. Can't nobody take ownership of it. And it's something that doesn't just benefit one or two heads in the city. Yeah. It benefits the city.
I love that.
You feel me? Like, everybody in the city benefits from this movement. You feel me? Yeah. And that's how we gonna cook.
Well, I love the fact that, one, you're developing your talent because you're still growing as an actor. You know what I mean? There's always more work to do. You know what I mean? I think sometimes people get the misconception about their talents.
Yeah.
Your talents aren't even meant for you.
Yeah.
Your talents are meant for everyone else to see. You know what I mean? Because if you kept all your talents to yourself, how would anybody know you're talented?
Yeah. Yeah.
So your talent is something that you're supposed to, have discipline, consistency, and get stronger and develop your craft so that way you can give it away as a gift to be a blessing to other people. So I love the fact that it just didn't stop with acting for you.
Yeah.
It's bigger than that because you're on a mission to be able to give back to the city where you come from.
Yeah.
And that's going to benefit everyone. I think that's beautiful, fam.
Exactly, man. It's so many dreamers, bro, in Jacksonville that just don't have either the resources and or the space. You feel
Right.
me? Just because Duval ain't Hollywood. Duval not Miami. It's not, you know what I'm saying? It's Duval County.
Right.
And so I just think that the city just need an opportunity, man. That's about it. You feel me? We got the notoriety, and we got like soldiers that literally make Duval County a staple. From Lil Duval, Chameleon. We got comedians out the wazoo. You feel me? Like, and everybody's doing their part to keep the city lights. You know what I'm saying? Shining down on the city. And I just think that give us some years, man. Don't count on the Jaguars. That's totally fine. That's still gonna be my team till I die, so nobody can talk crap about my boys. Okay, I'm a Jag forever, and if you want to fight about it, we can fight.
We gonna have to fight because it's bang bang none
Hey,
again over here. I ain't gonna lie to
hey,
you.
look, we might be what we is 6-2 this season.
We ain't gonna talk about y'all record.
Don't worry about it. I'm 6'2". I'm gonna talk, so it's okay. But yeah, bro, the city, it'll always be my oomph. Like give us some years. Football team aside, give the city some years.
You said give us some years, right? So where you are in life right now, what would you say to your younger self? What advice would you give him?
Younger JJ, well, being here now, younger JJ would say, don't give that money to that person.
Okay.
Don't overthink that. Do this way more. And when I say do this way more, it's just like trusting in what it is that God kind of took control over. So it's not that RJ can do it. It's because God can do it. So the things that I be fearful of and kind of dial back on or I procrastinate on out of fear, God be like, bro, stop.
Yeah.
Cause I can't do my thing. I know you suck.
You getting in the way. You're blocking your own blessing.
You blocking me, dog. I'm trying to get my groove on.
Yeah.
And so I definitely think that younger RJ, don't be scared. Like younger RJ definitely has a reason to be scared. He had a lot of traumas to deal with and such, right? But I also had a lot of reasons to not even let that deter me. And that's what got me here today, right? But there's certain spaces like in music or even in like the comedy world. I remember I'm dying up here, I was like, dang, I can start doing stand-up because it's actually just talking to people.
Right.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Now, if you don't know how to tell stories, stand-up could be different.
Right.
Then your stand-up might have to be structured differently. You
Right.
feel me? But it's like, well, why not, RJ? Well, because I don't know if they're going to think I'm funny. Well, RJ, you're not funny. I'm funny, though.
But I got you, though.
I got you,
I
dog.
got you.
Let me do this. I does this. You got to understand me.
Yeah.
So I know for sure now I'm on the trajectory wave of just like head first. You know, when kids want to learn something new, they don't care how they get hurt. They just go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been definitely praying to be back in that space because I know for sure success will give you that experience of like, okay, I have to be cautious here or cautious there. You're like, you weren't cautious before.
Yeah, man.
That's what got you here.
Ain't that crazy though? Because as a kid, you falling. You had fun falling.
Bro,
you know
what?
I mean? Get back up, fall again.
Did you
And
used
the
to jump
older
off
we
the
get-
couch when
Bro,
you
I
was
used
a
to
kid?
jump off the couch. I used to flip off the monkey bars.
What?
I used to act a fool when I was a kid. But the older I get, you know what I'm saying? You lose that. You lose that, and that's really interesting. Why do we lose the freedom that we used to have? And is it because of programming that we've allowed to take over our system? You know what I mean?
I think it's definitely that, but it's also the recognition of some things that may have had consequences in the past that will mirror to the next experience. You feel me? So it's like, well, I know that this went wrong, but so that means that this might go wrong. It's like, and we kind of put ourselves in a funnel of reality, right? To where we don't allow for ourselves to have the space to dream of a good time or a better time. Or,
I love that.
You know, it's like all humans have a cynic nature, right? But we develop that over the amount of time of experiences, the people that we're around, you feel me? And so but it's always a space to get back to. Like a good example, James Samuel, right?
Okay.
He's in that space. You feel me? Like there's no, I feel like James can probably stop a train with his brain because he'll just stand there and be so
Locked in, locked
like
in.
you're
Just
going
locked
to
in.
stop now.
Yeah.
The train isn't going to hit me. It's not going to hit me at all. You know, like that's just. But that type of fearlessness that, as you say, like the kids have, man.
Yeah.
And you can also see it in the generation of younger people now. We might not understand everything that this generation does, but I mean, they ain't really scared of nothing.
Bro, and I think generations have to get better with that because it's always the older generation, you know what I'm saying, speaking death or negativity over the future generations.
Yeah.
But you have to understand is that fruit came from your tree.
These are your apples.
So if you don't like what happened, then you need to reflect on how you live because you were the example of why they are the way they are. You feel me?
Come on,
And instead of speaking negative, what about speaking life over their life if you want life to be better?
Or just guide it.
Yeah.
If you feel like one thing I noticed because I've had this experience myself, right? I respect my elders and everything, right?
Okay.
But I have a great set of parents that raised me correctly.
Yeah.
So the kind of advice or whatever that just comes, you know, nobody asks for it, you know, just people just, well, I'll tell you what I think. Who asked you what you think, brother? No disrespect, OG, because I get it.
I remember a situation. We gonna talk about that later, but I remember a situation. You was like, bro, I ain't asked him for nothing.
I ain't asked you. You feel me? I'm like, if I would have had this question, I would ask my father.
Yeah.
And I understand, you know, you may feel like, oh, I'm just a young black man that don't get I get guidance. That's why I'm here in the same room with you doing the same work that you are doing. So it's like, oh, gee, go get you a kid to raise, my G. Like,
Hey, you said the same thing.
Yeah,
that
bro,
day.
like-
it was me and you and Carmen when you said it was talking about the situation or whatever else, and you had the same attitude. So to hear you repeat it today
bro,
is hilarious.
I'm never disrespectful. I'm never rude.
Yeah.
But I think because I speak with factual things
Yeah.
that are a piece of reality, people don't be ready to take that. You feel me? It's like, I respect that, ma'am, or I respect that, sir. Yes, sir. No, ma'am. But that's not how we doing things.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I understand that.
Yeah.
But I'm an adult just like you are.
Right.
And I also have parents.
Yeah.
So they definitely raised me correctly. So I'm not going to get disrespectful.
Right.
But I will definitely put you in your place.
Shout out to his parents. You guys
Shout
have
out
done
to
a
my
very
babies.
marvelous job.
Yeah, because my daddy would drop kick me from over there if I was disrespectful to one of my elders.
Yeah.
Like my grandma, they died so long ago, they probably play bingo now every Thursday.
You know they watching from heaven.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
And I don't want to deal with that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want to deal with God having to come and talk to me and be like, hey, look, you're going to make it to this age, and I promise you, at this age, you're going to have some to deal with.
Yeah.
I thought, I don't want that. But it's also like, hey, man, go find you something to actually do. Yeah. All your kids out the house, go on vacation. Don't try to raise other people.
Well, speaking of something to do, what you got in the works, man?
I just finished a movie with RZA called One Spoon of Chocolate. RZA and Shamik Moore. Shout out to y'all, the homies. I also got some of the Wu-Tangs. They made some ones, bro. They so hard. But anyways, bro, they go crazy.
Yeah. Shout out to Meth. I got to work with Meth on Drop the Mic, so shout out to the big bro.
Yeah. And then we did Night Patrol, which is like a thriller horror type of movie, which is really cool. I ain't gonna lie. I like doing horror films.
Yeah.
You know, for not just like the fact that it's fun to do, but they used to give me nightmares. I used to be horribly terrified of scary movies.
What was the scary movie from back in the day you're scared of real quick?
Demons. It came on Amadeus CW17, and it was a movie about a bunch of high school students. It's like an abandoned house they went to have a Halloween party, but it was a demon that lived in the house. So all of them ended up getting possessed and eaten. It's like one of those gory movies, right? Yeah. And my dad, I watched it with my pa, right? And I was terrified, but this is how, you know, kids are a little sadistic, because I sat and still watched it.
Yeah.
I'm crying almost.
But you still watching.
I'm still watching. I'm like, that night, right? So when I used to have nightmares, I used to go and sleep by my dad's side of the bed on the floor.
Yeah.
So he used to step on me sometimes.
Bruh.
That week, what? He just started putting me in the bed, dog. Like, come on, man.
All bad.
Because you ain't going to go to, come on,
Listen,
dog.
mine was poltergeist, right?
Oh.
Poltergeist when I was a kid. So my mom and them went and bought a doll while I was asleep. And they put fake blood all over them. They had fake knife wounds on them and everything.
Why you gonna do that?
Bro, I woke up and I ran around. I saw my mom and all them looking like they was dead or they been murdered. And they had like a little doll hanging over my head. Bro, I ripped the doll head off and I threw it in the freezer. And so they all started acting like zombies, chasing me around the house, messing me up as a kid.
Yeah, that's what gave you gave you trust issues early.
So what happened was, we'll go to dinner. She's like, baby, go get me some meat out the freezer. Now, the doll was in the freezer with the head ripped off. I'm not, It was like a running joke. So
no,
I remember that. I'm good.
I'm straight. I ain't even hungry, to be honest.
Yeah.
You cooking for them?
Yeah.
Then they should go get it.
I'm cool.
I'm
cool.
Yeah.
Drop your social media, man, so you can pick up some new followers, bro.
Oh, yeah. RJ Cyler. It's an underscore in between the RJ and the Cyler. I always mess up and just put RJ Cyler. I'll be messing up.
Yeah.
On Twitch, you can find me at Lemon Pepper 904. We do games.
Yeah.
We do chats, parties, and stuff like that.
Okay.
Also, RJCYL3R.com rather than ER, because I'm the third boy in my family.
Okay.
So every name that you kind of see of me will have a 3 in it because it represents me and my brothers.
Okay. Love that.
Even on the DJ platform,
Yeah.
DJ Free the Alchemist.
Listen, check out Hot Water Cornbread because my man gonna be out there DJing
Oh,
going crazy. You heard me?
We about to cook. It's about to be very naughty for the Christmas time.
Yeah.
Jesus, we saw we doing this around the time that they say your birthday is. Even though we don't
know that ain't your birthday.
We know that ain't your birthday. So I'm totally fine
Yeah.
with being reckless. I already checked in with God. He said he with the idea, dog.
He said we could turn up one time for the one
He's
time.
Great,
yeah.
Man. He said as long as you don't
we get to go dance like David.
What? And David ain't even had the shoes that I'm about to put on, man.
I'll talk your talk,
what?
King.
I'm about to get down like Bartholomew. No, I'm playing.
You shouted out a program earlier about black men. So let's drop their information so other people can check them out and support that too.
Black Male College Explorers program based out of Jacksonville, Florida. Edwards Waters College is the base of it, you feel me? Shout out to all the HBCUs in the South.
Shout out to the HBCUs.
They raised me, you know what I'm saying, from the classic all the way to the get down.
You dig.
Yeah, just like that.
Last question before I let you go, brother. If you had any advice for an upcoming actor, what would you tell them? I finally got him on the question, y'all.
It's like, because there's so many things that I want to say, so I'm trying to put it in order to where it don't sound like it's all over the place.
Yeah. Well, give him a little Costco sample. Just give him a little Costco sample.
Yeah, a little tapas dish, right?
Yeah.
All right, look. So, God first, family second, the bread will come. That's about it.
I love it.
When you focus on God and what you're doing, right, then everything else just kind of falls into place.
Yeah.
You feel me? And the reason why I say money lasts is because money is the only thing that we can get like this.
Yeah.
You feel me? We can trade it, burn it, do whatever we want to with it, right? But the family that we have, we only get them once.
That part.
We only get the moments that we're in. We only get the mugs once.
That's a bar.
You feel me? And we never get, no matter how much we desire for it, you feel me? Even the last breath that you just took, you can't never get that breath.
You can't never get it back.
It's gone, you feel me? So when you put your steps in order, right? It all flows, you know, that part. It literally flows. When it's pure, you just got power, man.
Yeah,
like
that part. I love that.
Don't be scared of the acting industry. Also, there's a lot of people. I know it's crazy
stuff
going on.
Come on, I need to go hit it real quick.
Yeah. Our industry ain't all like that. All of us ain't like that. Y'all gotta calm down, okay?
Everybody ain't got stock in Johnson & Johnson.
Everybody ain't doing it. Some of us went the God route and it works, okay? I swear it works. People like me.
I'm glad you clarified that. I'm glad you clarified that, brother.
It works, man. Trust God and it'll work out. Now, if you don't trust God, then, you know.
Listen, if you don't believe in God, that's okay. But we just talking about from our perspective and what we believe in. You feel me? and it's just working out for us. I hope everything's working out for you, but we just happen to believe in Yahshua. So every time I end the show, I always end it with this quote, and it's, if you died today, would you get an A+ on life's report card? And only you know the answer to that question. But if not, and you're blessed to see tomorrow, you better live like it's extra credit. We're all 60 degrees of separation from loving each other, but sometimes we choose to be addicted to poison. We don't have to. And every day that you wake up is an opportunity to change your future, but it's a closer day to your grave. So what are you waiting for? You should be great with every breath you take. Just like RJ said, because it could be your last. That's our show. I'm King Jaquell Martin. You can find me on Instagram at KingJaquellMartin. And you can check out the platform Whispering to Your Soul. We brand new. Listen, it's about to get lit. It's only about to go up from here. Thank you, bro. Thank you, man. Thank you, bro. We met a long time ago as friends, and we've always just kept that. And I just want to honor you and give you your flowers and say, bro, your growth is amazing. Because I remember who you were then.
You know, baby JJ.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I remember who you were then, and I just see where God has taken you now.
Yeah.
And I just appreciate your consistency, not from just your lifestyle, but being in the gym.
Yeah.
How you treat people.
Yeah.
The consistency in your craft and who you say you want to be and following through with that, and how you always hold down your city, bro. I love that.
That's them God jewels right there.
You hear me?
Infinity stones.
This is Whispering to Your Soul. I'm your host, King Jaquell Martin. We're going to get at you straight like that.
Holla.
Oh, we got